It is Tuesday the 4th, about 10:45, and hopefully you enjoyed the last video, swimming and all that good stuff. But the next morning that I returned to the trail, it had stormed pretty bad overnight, and the creek was flooded. So, well, sort of flooded. It was higher than usual, so the stones that I stepped on to walk across were all submerged. And there were some people there going south that had to ford it. So thankfully I made it across before... Oh, I just stepped in some mud. Okay, good. My foot wasn't submerged. Thankfully I got across it before the stepping stones were submerged. So it was all good. But huge shout out to Gary, Trail Angel Gary, and his wife Kathy, for picking me up from the trail and feeding me and giving me a place to sleep indoors overnight and laundry, and this morning an amazing breakfast. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like French toast with this sort of filling in the center of all kinds of different goodies. I forget what all, but it was delicious. And they drove me back to the trail, and I had forgotten my flip-flops, my camp shoes, at a hostel. So they even drove me to the hostel to pick those up. So just super generous, very kind people. So yeah, that was a huge boost to stay with them, real treat. And now back in the trail, and it's a beautiful day. Sun is shining, the birds are singing, the tank is clean, or no, sorry, Finding Nemo reference. But I'm only doing 12 miles today, and it should be a good night. Hopefully no storms roll through like they did last night. Climbing up Old Blue, and after the rain we had last night, I'm glad these rebar are here. This would be sort of nasty otherwise, with all the water rushing down. There he goes, off into the woods. So I made it to my destination for the day, and there were people set up there doing trail magic. They had a grill set up and sodas and snacks and all sorts of stuff. So I stopped there, got some food, sat for a while, talked, and then decided to keep pushing on to make tomorrow a shorter day, since I'm going to be going into town to resupply, so I'll get into town earlier. But yeah, it's really cool, unexpected trail magic, and should be it's 5:40 now, and I'm currently going up a climb, the only climb left that I have to do today. And the rest of the terrain is pretty simple. It's like another 5 miles or something to the shelter, so I'll either... walking up a hill and talking is hard. I'll either end up at the shelter or just stealth camp somewhere in between. But yeah, it was a nice unexpected surprise, and I just decided to keep pushing. So now that I have sort of climbed to the top of the thing and caught my breath, there's a road here and an amazing view of the surrounding mountains and a little river. I don't know which river, but it's just beautiful. It's a cool evening, a little cloudy, but it makes for a cool sunset. So definitely a good move to push on. My feet are pretty wet. They've been wet all day. So they're going to be pretty pruny when I take my shoes and socks off. But it's all part of the trail. Alright, so two things. I just met Pappy, an 87-year-old man, I'll say that again, 87, who is through hiking. He has like 800 miles left to go, and this will be his triple crown, I think. So he's done the CDT and PCT already, I think. But so that was really cool to meet the man who could potentially be making history. And the second thing is he has someone with him named Two Clicks, who I was with in Vermont for a couple of nights and days. And he's sort of helping Pappy along. Just helping him finish his through hike. So that was really cool to see him again. Because I didn't get a chance to say see you later to him when I had to take a couple days off in Vermont. But it was really cool. Really awesome to see them. And just definitely neat to see an old face that I recognized. And to be able to meet Pappy was really cool too. So, good day overall. Really good day. So, stopped at the shelter, or stopped before the shelter at a stealth camp last night. And got up pretty early this morning. And did the rest of the miles to the shelter. And then had breakfast. And I'll do the rest of the miles here into town. But today's been pretty nice terrain, a lot of roots and mud, but nothing, no steep hills or climbs or anything like that. So, and it's supposed to be that way the rest of the way into town, so sort of nice. But I started the morning with dry feet. And then as I was filling up my water this morning at the water source, I slipped and both feet went all the way in. So, yeah, it's just another day with wet feet, wet shoes, socks, everything. But, oh well, that's just the way it is. Just gotta keep walking. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's raining a bit, and with the sun shining through, it's just really pretty in the woods, with everything glistening off the leaves and the sun sort of shining on the raindrops. But I was at the hiker hut last night, which is sort of a cool little sanctuary that's off the grid. No electricity, no Wi-Fi or anything like that. The shower is an outdoor shower right by a little stream. And well, now it's raining a bit harder. But yeah, anyhow, I was trying to decide what to do today, and ended up making the wrong decision, I guess. But I have maybe another 9 miles to do. Looks like it'll be a wet day. But oh well, I'll dry out. Going up over the saddlebacks. Really foggy and windy. Thankfully it's not raining at the moment, but we'll see what the rest of the day brings. I think I only have like 6 miles left or something. It's chilly, but not concerningly so. Sorry, there was something on the screen. So earlier I had said maybe it was the wrong decision to... Okay, I need to get up this thing. I'll keep talking. Okay, sorry. Earlier I said maybe it was the wrong decision to go out hiking today, but this is pretty cool. Oh, wow, it just cleared off. That's incredible. That direction, perfectly clear. That direction, gray rain clouds. But it just sort of gives you the experience of being down below tree line and getting up on the summit So I made it down off the mountain, and I made it here to the shelter, to where I'm staying tonight. It's empty for now. There's a guy over there in his hammock. I think he's taking a nap or something. But I've got my stuff set up already, and my bag hanging, and my shoes out there drying. I'm not going to bother making a fire because everything's so wet. Otherwise I would think about it. But yeah, I got here pretty early, so I'm just sort of hanging out for the rest of the day. Here's a really nice stream that in the guidebook said you have to ford it, but thankfully the water is low enough that I was able to hop across some rocks and continue on my merry way with dry feet. So I got to where I'm camping for the day pretty early, so decided to make a little fire. Got my tent set up already. This is actually a really cool campsite. It is right next to a little creek and right on the trail. So I'll get to hear the babbling brook all night while I sleep. And tomorrow I'm doing 7 miles into town where a church is putting on a hiker feed all morning, so I'll get there in time for that, and then going into a hostel for the night. And I'm not sure what the next couple of days are going to look like with the rain and my schedule and everything, but we'll see. I'll figure it out.
Okay, I think it's on. My name's Zoom Zoom. I just finished the trail, and we're at Hostel of Maine, and this is Zoe. Say hi, Zoe. And this is the place I've been working at since I finished the trail. It's a really nice place to work and stay.